Hi, Chris here at the Library Lounge. Welcome back. We're continuing our ongoing cocktail series, New Orleans Best Cocktails, in cooperation with NOLA.com. Today, for your pleasure, we're going to present the most popular cocktail in the world, the Margarita. I wanted to take just a moment to talk about what makes a good cocktail. It's really pretty simple. You have to start with good recipes, accurate measurement, quality ingredients. You're not going to make a good cocktail from poor ingredients, and good preparation techniques and the proper tools. Much of the bad reputation associated with tequila comes from, under Mexican law, the tequila that we grew up with only has to be 51% agave distillate. The other 49% can be any kind of base alcohol, and given the dynamics of the Mexican economy, often were. And so much of the bad reputation associated with tequila comes from not the quality of the tequila itself, but from the poor grade of alcohol with which it was mixed. Today we're blessed with a whole range of tequilas that are, the quality is demonstrated by the fact that it'll say 100% agave on the bottle. I'm going to begin by taking a sound measure of tequila. We're going to start with 1.5 ounces of 100% puro de agave. We're going to get the best quality triple sec on the market today, which is Cointreau. We're going to put in 3/4 ounce of Cointreau. And then I'm going to add some fresh lime juice. There's no substitution for fresh juice in any cocktails, particularly the margarita. Sour mixes are not going to make a quality drink. We're going to take our citrus juicer, top that off with 3/4 ounce. Now, the sweetening agent in this drink is the triple sec, which is an orange flavored liqueur. I'm going to add a very small quantity of simple syrup. And when I say small, I mean small, just to carry the flavor. There's a very famous book written here in New Orleans in 1937 called Famous New Orleans Drinks and How to Mix Them. And on the very last page, there's a story called The Contradiction. And I often tell it to illustrate the kind of key formula in making classic cocktails. And it goes like this. A Frenchman walks into the bar and asks for the great American drink, the contradiction. And I said, I don't know how to make that one, but if you'll tell me how to make it, I'll be glad to make it for you. He said, well, you take whiskey to make it strong, and water to make it weak, and you take lemon to make it sour, and sugar to make it sweet. And then you say, here's to you, and you drink it yourself. Sir, this is a contradiction. The point of this story is it demonstrates the fundamental principle in cocktails, which is balance. You're always trying to balance the strongness of the alcohol with the dilution of the water, the tartness of the citrus fruit with the sweetness of the lemon. The margarita is a perfect example of that. We're going to top this off with ice. We're going to rim our glass. The easiest way to rim a glass, and is something that just absolutely irks me, is to find salt on the interior of my glass. So we're going to cut a lime wedge down and we're going to rub it around the exterior of the glass, distributing the fresh lime juice. Take my salt rimmer here and I'm going to rub this right around the outside. And you'll see how you have a nice salt rim around the exterior, wiping the interior out. Take our shaker and shake vigorously. Set our shaker. Strain. And garnish with a lime wedge and a straw. And there is a delicious, refreshing summertime. Fresh lime juice margarita. The second variation we're going to do today is the frozen margarita. Frozen margarita presents some challenges and some unforeseen obstacles, some obstacles that often go unforeseen. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is trying to use ice out of their refrigerator. When you try to make a margarita at home in your blender, the large cubes that come out of your ice trays are simply just that, too big for the motor or the blades to cut down. You have to go out and buy ice from the store, and it has to not be ice out of the refrigerator that's going to absorb the flavors in the drink. So the other problem or issue associated with producing frozen margaritas from fresh is that you're liquefying the ice, which means that you're adding a great deal of water. Imagine that we had a drink, we filled it full of ice, we walked away, came back an hour later, all the ice was melted down, and you had a watered down drink. That's essentially what you're doing when you crush the ice in the blender, is watering it down. So you have to add extra ingredients in order to carry the flavor of the drink. So we're going to increase the amount of tequila to 2 ounces. We're going to put 1 ounce of triple sec, Cointreau being the best brand. We're going to go with 2 ounces of fresh lime juice. See how easy this is. And then in order to carry the flavor, we're going to put in 1 ounce of simple syrup. Then we're going to put in ice. You want the ice to be to that point where the ice and the liquid just about meet. Blender. Tiny little bit of ice just to make sure I have that nice slushy consistency that I'm looking for. And then we're going to take, oh, isn't that beautiful? Perfect. Then we're going to take it up that wedge, cut it on the side. Start on. And behold. Perfect. Fresh juice. Frozen margarita. Thank you so much for coming. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great 4th of July. See you later. Cheers to you. Bye.